What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Stupid People with Pets. I'm your host, Mr. Burnside Diva. Now, I was watching the Steven Crowder episode, right? Where he was out on the college campuses and there was a discussion about gender and pronouns. And there was a woman who identified as non binary. And she made a statement that caught my attention. She said if somebody misgenders her, that's an act of violence. I said, wait a minute. Act of violence? If I use the wrong pronoun? Really? Did I just hit you with a pronoun? Did I just punch you with an adjective? Did I kick you with a noun? Did I choke you with a damn verb? And that's when I started thinking about my generation. Because somewhere along the way, words stopped being words. Now everything is an act of violence. Everything is trauma. Everything is bullying. Everything is triggering somebody. And I'm thinking, what the hell happened? Because we grew up hearing sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And that's today's topic. Words are words. Words can't hurt. Words can hurt, but they're still words. I'm not saying words can't hurt. Of course they can hurt. Words can hurt your feelings. Words can break your heart. Words can piss you the F off. But the lesson we were taught wasn't words literally have no effect. The lesson was don't let somebody else's mouth control your life. You're going to hear things you don't like. You're going to meet people who disagree with you. You're going to hear stupid shit. And have you learned how to deal with it? That's called resilience. And Gen X learned that shit early. Gen X talked shit. We talk shit to each other all day. Somebody call you ugly? Fuck you. Somebody call you stupid? Your mama. Somebody made fun of your clothes? You made fun of their haircut. Somebody insulted your shoes? You insulted their whole effing family. And then you went outside and played. You didn't make a 14-part TikTok explaining how somebody's sentence caused you emotional crisis. You said that dude's an asshole. And you went on riding your bike. And our gay friends. This is something else. We had gay friends. And back then, people talked rough to each other. I'm talking about the way people actually talked in the streets. A straight guy might walk up to his gay friend and say, hey, what's up, faggot? And the gay guy might turn around and say, your daddy wanted to be with this faggot. Or, you like this faggot, don't you? That was real. That was real. And everybody would start cracking up. Because the gay guy wasn't sitting there like, you have committed an act of violence against me. He was like, oh, you want to talk shit. I could run my mouth too. That's the point. The comeback was the defense. You said something to him, he said something back. That was 10 times worse. And everybody laughed. Sometimes the gay guy would roast your ass so badly, you wish you never opened your mouth. And then 5 minutes later, you're still friends. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying discrimination didn't exist. I'm not saying gay people didn't experience real violence. They absolutely did. I'm talking about an everyday friendship or regular people talking shit. Culture. A lot of us grew up around. That's the culture we grew up around. People wasn't necessarily walking around analyzing every word everybody said. Sometimes somebody says something offensive. And the response was, mother effer, I'll talk shit right back. And that's why this episode is called Words Are Words. Latchkey kids, stop growling, I'm busy. And maybe that's why Gen X has thicker skin. We were latchkey kids. Our parents went to work. We came home from school by ourselves. We opened the door, got something to eat, did your homework, and you knew, don't fuck up the house. Because when mom got home, it was your ass. We didn't have cell phones, didn't have GPS, we didn't have 360. Your mother said, be home when the street lights come on and you knew exactly what the hell that meant. The water hose. We drank water from a garden hose. Nobody asked, what's the filtration system? You turned on the green hose and let the hot water run out first and then drank it. Nobody knew what BPA was. Nobody cared. We drank hose water and survived. Okay? No cell phones. You couldn't text your friends. You had to find your friend. You'd walk around yelling, yo, where's Mike? You know where Mike's at. Somebody would yell in the basketball court. And you went. No location sharing. No FaceTime. No. I'm 5 minutes away. None of that crap. You had absolutely no effing idea where anybody was. And somehow we found each other. Gen X versus millennials and Gen Z. Now here's where I'm going to piss everybody off. If Gen X ever got into a generation fight with millennials and Gen Z, Gen X is winning. Now obviously I'm joking. Nobody ain't trying to fight anybody because we know how y'all get. But picture this, okay? Gen X walks onto the battlefield. Bad knees, bad backs, reading glasses, high cholesterol, diabetes, medication in our pockets or in our fanny bag, and we're still saying, come on, run it, let's go. Meanwhile, somebody on the other side is saying, I don't feel emotionally safe in this environment. Put money on it. Gen X is like, we don't give a flying frog. Get over here. Run your mouth in my face now. Again, I'm joking, but that's how we are. But the difference is, I'm talking about, we were raised to deal with uncomfortable shit. We learn how to argue. We learn how to lose. We learn how to get embarrassed. We learn how to hear insults and keep moving. Why Gen X is resilient? We were outside. We were independent. We had responsibilities early. We had consequences. We solved problems ourselves. We rode bikes. We played until the street lights came on. We drank water from the hose. We got into arguments made up. And we ran right back inside. We didn't have smartphones recording every stupid shit we did. We didn't have everybody watching everybody's mistake. We didn't have audience for every effing feelings. And maybe that's why Gen X developed thicker skin. Now here's the serious part. I'm not saying people shouldn't be respectful. I'm not saying bullying is okay. I'm not saying discrimination is okay. I'm not saying words don't matter. Words absolutely matter. But there's a difference between your words hurt my feelings and your words physically harmed me. There's not automatically the same thing. You have the right to be offended. But somebody else having the right to speak doesn't mean you have to agree with them. And somebody saying something stupid doesn't automatically make you a victim. Sometimes somebody just said something stupid. And sometimes the healthiest response is, that was effing stupid. And keep living. Because if every insult controlled your entire day, who's really in control? The person who said it? That's the lesson Gen X learned. Words are words. That's the rule, the whole episode. Words are words. They can hurt, they can make you laugh, they can make you cry, they can piss you off, they can inspire you, but you don't have to give every word somebody says the power to control your life. Somebody insults you, keep moving. Somebody disagreed with you, disagree back. Somebody talk shit. If you're a Gen X, talk better shit. Because sometimes the best defense against somebody talking shit is a better effing comeback. Look, I'm being real. Okay? Gen X, we don't bow down. We got common sense. Okay? We don't believe in stupid That's new to us. That is super new to us, okay? We don't know how to accept it, and we're not going to accept it. I'm sorry. I'm not putting you down, okay? Listen, bro, I'm being real. Okay, I don't even care you get mad at me when I say this. You know, when I go inside convenience stores like Wawa's or Sheets, which is in this area, and I see a dude dressed up in makeup and trying to present himself, I know what he's doing. I'm not being rude, but I'm a man. Okay, I'm a man, and in my eyes, he's a man too. I'm not being disrespectful. Okay, if he likes Snicker bars, he's okay. If you want to put things in his mouth and his butt, that's okay. That's him. It doesn't bother me. Okay? But I'm going to call you what I see you as. Like a woman, trying to be the male. She's a ma'am to me. She's still a ma'am. So when I approach that dude and I'm paying for my blacks or my blunts, I'm always respectful. Thank you, brother. You have a good day. I don't care if he's trying to be a woman. Thank you, brother. Try to be. Have a good day. You think they ever say anything to me? They never say anything to me. They don't. I'm being respectful, but I'm not gonna feed into that. I know you're a dude. I know you're a chick. I'm gonna give you that much respect. Don't try me and tell me. No, you are a sir and you are a ma'am. Okay? You see, back in the day, gay guys and gay women knew who they were. They did. Man, you're gonna make me get a whole bunch of old gay people in here and let them run their mouth. And let them run their mouth because this generation, y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin'. Just remember, we're not teaching you to be cruel. We're not teaching people to. I'm teaching people to be resilient. Respect people. Treat people fairly. Don't intentionally hurt people. But understand something. You are going to hear words you don't like for the rest of your life. You can't control everybody's mouth. You can't control my mouth. You can't control you can control your reactions. So sticks and stones may break my bones, but words, bitch, I've heard worse. Be a baby. Babies. I'm Mr. Burnside Diva. This is Stupid People with Pets. And if you enjoyed this episode, share it. If you hated it, share it twice. Because either way, we're talking about words. See you next time. Stay strong, stay funny, and stop letting everybody else's words run your life. Words are words. You bums, man. Y'all be just, ooh.
Stupid people.